I just got done, well, really looking at what I shot, but I've looked at everything I did shoot, and I have to confide in you that there are a lot of ways to get your legs to work in this video. The issue is, and you're not going to like it, two things. One, whatever you practice today is not going to show up for probably 2 months, and that's any swing change you're trying to create, okay? Doesn't matter if it's your feet or your hands. The other thing is that none of these drills are going to make you look, really confident. They're not going to make you look like the dude. They're going to make you look silly. So you have to be willing to bite your tongue, maybe do this in your house, to get yourself to get the speed you need to utilize in your swing, right? So if you can take some of these drills, any of these drills, they all do the same thing, but find the one that works for you and apply it to your swing, and fingers crossed it helps get more speed in your swing, okay? Good luck. First thing we're going to start with is the leg press. I want you to get an idea of what your legs are doing when they push into the ground. Okay, imagine you're in a leg press and you're going to push the floor away from you. Now this is what a lot of you guys think is pushing, but I'm going to flip the screen and show you what pushing into the ground really looks like. So pushing the leg press floor away, and then the floor of the leg press pushing me away. That's what it would look like if I was pushing in the ground. Maybe that did, maybe that didn't make sense. But I'm going to show you what it looks like to have my hips turned by my upper body and have my hips turned by my bottom half. Okay, so here's my hips answering to my upper body, right? Not bad contact, but still not as much as I could do. And then if I use my bottom half, if I load up my legs and really try to twist my hips or turn my hips open, it'll look more like this. So pressures are different. I get both legs working with that. Now listen, you have to appreciate that I'm a 58-year-old golf instructor who works for a living. I don't play for a living, so I teach it. Can I do it all the time? Not even close, right? I wish I could. But I'm trying to tell you that you need to, if you're not getting the speed you think you should be, you need to be using your legs better than you probably are. If you look at your swing and you're taking the club down and your knees dropping down through impact, you're not using your legs, right? So that's why we'll do this drill as well. We'll set up and we'll try to get you to feel like the club's going to point at 6 o'clock when you're airborne. The reason that has value, my peak pressures are at club shaft vertical in my downswing. If you look at tour pros at this point, club shaft vertical, you'll see that their knees are either moving towards the target or they're moving up towards the target. Nobody's knees typically are moving down towards the target, right? They're all pushing the ground. They're getting the ground reaction forces to turn their hips open. Now, if I have a junior or somebody really new to it, we'll do a couple things to make sure that we get them to start understanding what their legs should be doing through the swing. First thing we'll do is get them set up like they're going to run a race, like we're kids and we're going to run this way. So we're loading up right side strong. Now the deal is you can't have your knee outside your foot. So from hip to ankle, you've got to have that knee in line or inside because we're really going to make a big push. So they'll set up, make sure the knees are forward, and they'll push as much as they can. Now, you can see that yellow spike on my pressure graph is my right leg pushing. If you're dropping your leg when you run, you lose a race and you lose power. There's no spike, there's just a valley. The next thing we'll do is we'll have the kids do the 6 o'clock drill. Then we will also have them just start jumping to appreciate what has to happen in their swing so they can start to see, oh, I see there's pressure showing up on the mat. The next thing we'll do is we'll get them to jump and turn because we're trying to get them to turn their hips with their legs. If we really want to be difficult, we'll get them to take their right hand, put it in their back left pocket, and jump with just their bottom half. It's very easy to turn your upper body and then have your hips move, so we want to avoid that as well. The next thing we'll do is take this alignment rod and we'll have them jump. We're going to have them move left of the rod as they jump. So the alignment rod is mid-foot. They'll jump and turn this way. That gets you to turn away from the ball like we're supposed to. It gets you to create space with that jump. Now, I'm not trying to bore you to tears. I promise that's true. But each one of these drills is the same thing, but everybody hears it a little bit differently. So I'm not trying to tell you 50 different things to get you to do 50 different things. I'm trying to tell you 50 different ways to get you to do it the one way that makes sense to you, okay? The other thing, if we're not using the ground correctly, let's just do a simple check, okay? You can do it with tennis balls, you can do it with these discs as well. I always have them handy, so that's what we do. So you'll take a swing on these discs, and while they can't measure pressure correctly, they can definitely throw you off balance. So somebody who is swinging with just their upper body will fall off balance with this drill. If you are able to activate your legs and keep your center stable, you'll stay in balance. It'll look goofy, but you won't fall off balance, okay? So that's another way to check to make sure that you're using your legs. If you're not using your legs and and you're just using your upper body and your legs are there only to support your upper body, you'll fall off balance, okay? Now the bottom line is I've showed you 10 different things to get you to do one thing correctly, right? I'm not trying to throw multiple things at the wall here. I appreciate it was all done with a pressure mat. So how do you do it without a pressure mat? You're going to take a piece of tape. You're going to put it on your right knee for righties. And when you set up, you're going to take a recording of yourself and see if in the downswing that right knee is continuing to move down towards the ball, or if that right knee is starting to move towards the target, or if it's moving up. Up and towards the target, a lateral move, or you push in the ground is what we want. That knee dropping has to be fixed, right? Otherwise, you're not expressing your pressure's in the ground like you should be, and you're not getting to realize as much speed as you could, okay? So I would definitely take some tape, do some videos, and see if you get the work done that you need to get done.